Errol Spence Jr. has 3 belts. Terence Crawford has 1 belt. They're both undefeated, both in the primes of their careers. You put them together, you get the undisputed welterweight champion of the world. It's one of the biggest fights that can be made in boxing. May not be the biggest because they're not quite household names, but for us fight fans, this is the most anticipated fight that could possibly happen. The one we're looking forward to. But it hasn't been announced yet, and it's 2022. Terence Crawford's about to be 35, Errol Spence is 32. We can't play much longer. Now look, these two have been orbiting each other since about 2017. Errol Spence Jr. broke Kell Brook's orbital, became the IBF welterweight champion. 2019, he beat Sean Porter to become the WBC champion. 2022, he beat Yordenis Ugas to become the WBA super welterweight champion. The other belt belongs to Terence Crawford. He won the WBO title in 2018 and just kind of beat up everybody in defense of it. Now we know why the fight didn't happen. It's because Top Rank, Crawford's former promoter, didn't really do business or play nice with Al Haymon's PBC. But now Crawford is a free agent and has the opportunity to make this fight happen. But for one reason or another, it has not been announced. Why? Well, here's why. And here's what I think. Money. You look at Terence Crawford, you look at Errol Spence. They're not big pay-per-view sales, but they know that this is a major pay-per-view. Now they're both undefeated. They both think they're the pound-for-pound best in the world, so they want the lion's share of the money. But what is it? We don't know because we have no idea what this pay-per-view is going to do. Could it be $1 million? Could it be $500,000? Could it be $800,000? Who knows? Nobody wants to get left out in the cold, but they need to figure this out because the worst thing you can do is let a fight marinate. Letting fights marinate kind of blows up in your face, but we could be heading in that direction unless Dan Rafael's report that this fight could be coming close to happening in November 12th and November 19th comes to fruition. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Here's why. Okay, November 12th and November 19th are really good dates for this fight to happen because Canelo and Triple G fight in September in a pay-per-view, which is going to demand a lot of people's money. You don't want to turn around and do another pay-per-view in October because that makes fight fans have to choose. And with pay-per-view prices being like $100 damn, nobody wants to do that twice in 30 days. So you got to create some distance. November 12th and November 19th are perfect. It puts you about 45 days out, gives people time to recoup their money and make the fight happen. But these two need to figure out the money and they need to do it quick because the idea of letting a fight marinate is nonsense. We've heard it for so long, but not everybody's Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, where they can do gangbusters regardless of when the fight happens. See, once upon a time we had Yorioka Gamboa and Juan Manuel Lopez. You might have forgot about them, but Bob Arum said, let the fight marinate. It'll happen in due time. Then they both got their ass kicked. Fight never happened. I'm not saying that these two are running the risk of losing their next fight, but fans are fickle these days. They got options. You could watch the UFC. You could watch other fights. I'm sure Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis are sitting around going, if they don't want to fight, let us figure it out so we can get that money. But Spence and Crawford just kind of has to happen because they have nobody else left to fight. Keith Thurman's hanging around talking about he was going to fight, but he was the one that told Errol Spence, you got to wait. And then he went and lost to Manny Pacquiao, and nobody cares about that fight anymore. You can't kind of play these games anymore. You have to make the fight happen. But if it's money, just split it 50-50, come to terms. I don't need anybody upstaging the other. Do a 50-50, do a rematch clause where the winner gets 60-40. Whatever you got to do, you got to make the fight happen. But you need to do it quick because you need to jump right into promo mode right around the time Triple G Canelo happens. You need to do a press tour. You got to get people interested in this fight. As I said at the top, hardcores, we're in it. We're going to pay for it regardless, but you got to get the casual fans to get to that 1 million number so you guys are both making a lot of money for a fight with everything on the line, which means I'm not entirely sure this is going to happen in 2022. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping they can figure this out because we don't need to wait another year for a mega fight to happen. Do it now. Am I confident? Nah, I'm about 50-50 like the pay-per-view split should be. But I want to hear what you think. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Leave some comments below. Follow me on Twitter at Andreas Hale. Tell me what you think, and then we'll discuss. Maybe we'll discuss next week. Maybe this fight will get announced. But until then, we're out. Peace.